So collecting project done for today. So this was right after the Lango beach, the main beach of the north part of the island Malapascua. And then if you pass this long beach, there is stair going up to the hill, and if you pass that, it's about 3-4 minutes walk, and then you arrive to this beach where the collection taken place today. So that's the main north beach. All you need to do is just come past this hill. There are stairs properly made because it used to be the way to reach this resort. The locals just call this a private beach, since this beach belonged to the destroyed resort just next to the beach, so that's why. And yeah, so this is the beach. And I have to say that in my opinion, and not just here but everywhere, I've been to the island so far, and I'm on the island a good 3 weeks now. So I guess most of the people who like traveling, coming here to do some scuba diving or just in general, spend maybe three days here in our bridge, let's say. So obviously I'm here because of the coronavirus situation, and I decided not to leave, or at least stay here as long as I can, because it just can be better than any other places when it comes to the self-quarantining or just staying home and stuff like that. We are not that strict in this island, so although they do all these checks and we got the small checkpoints on the islands still, so don't think that they don't do their job. They do very well, actually much better than the places people hearing about other countries in Europe, especially, not to mention England, but that's another story. So yeah, back to the subject, the rubbish collection. My opinion, the biggest problem is just simply there are no baskets like litter baskets or built cages, rubbish collecting bins, nothing for storing the rubbish at the side of the beach, the park area where you're walking. It's just ridiculous. And as I said, not just here, everywhere I've been to the island. I think it's a big problem, and it would be so easy in my opinion to just build every single beach at least a spot where they can create these cages, let's say made out of metal. So once it's full, put it on fire. Everybody, not just local, but the tourists can go there, just throw the plastic bottles and all the rubbish you collected during the day, and you're ready to leave. Yeah, you just in trouble. Every day we are in trouble. I'm collecting in my hand, I'm holding all the rubbish we collected nicely and kept together, and I just look for the place to throw, to leave it there, but I can't find any, nowhere. They don't give a about this. Yeah, I think it's the biggest problem. That's why it's a huge amount of rubbish all around the beach and below, underwater. I talked to local guys. I made a couple of friends here since I'm here, and even they say that's true. It's a shame. This is a small island, but we have loads of rubbish compared to how small this island is. It's just a shame. And another thing I have to say, that I just spent an hour here. I might carry on the other day because it's just a never-ending mission, because it's just, you never finish collecting, and there's so many rubbish. So based on what I saw in this last hour I spent collecting the rubbish from the ground, I can tell that these are the type of rubbish that there's no way tourists leaving behind. It has to be the locals. I mean, just believe me, I can tell based on what I picked up. Alright, so here we are with a few examples. So firstly, these huge 5 liters water bottles. I don't think any tourist would carry this big supply of water, not even on the hottest day. I never seen any tourists carrying this big water supply. Even when you spend a whole day on the beach, you probably would go with multiple smaller ones. It's just more practical. It would be just overkill, guys. And also locals can take the advantages of these big size packs. They can do something made out of these, but they just don't bother to throw it. I see these all over the place. The other thing is slippers. Slippers I found as well all around the place. So I don't think tourists going to push themselves to the limit that you're gonna destroy your own slippers by the end of the day like this. So just no way in my opinion. And obviously everybody knows that Filipino guys like to wear these slippers all the time, and don't worry, I'm gonna sanitize and properly clean and wash my hands right after this. And yeah, if it would happen to me and I just broke one of my slippers, I would just pick it up, take with me and throw at the first possible place. But slippers lying all around the place, which is again a sign for me. Okay, the other thing is alcohol bottles, and I'm not talking about some beer bottles or, you know, bottles that probably tourists would pick when they abroad. I know tourists drinking a lot of alcohol when they're on holiday, a chill place like this, especially when they're young. But I'm talking about here some heavy duty stuff. So these are not the type of alcohol that, in my opinion, tourists would dare trying even. I know they're crazy, they're young, but they probably wouldn't go that far. They most of the time just grab a few packs of beers or wines or whatever. But these are heavy duty stuff like that hanging around the places. Lots of that. There's not that much tourists in this place that can cover that much alcohol. Just like a nice pirate who got tired by the end of the day and just want to chill where nobody can see him and just enjoy the company of a nice dark rum. So yeah, okay, so the other thing is everything basically which is fishing related. So for example, these are made out of like something that floats on the water. It's the same thing. It's probably something to do with fishing, not just these, but all the stuff you can imagine really related to fishing and stuff. And also this stuff, this common, you know, white stuff, you can just crush this easily. This thing again, it's floating in the water, and I saw multiple times locals use this all the time when they're going out for some snorkeling stuff, when they bring some stuff up from below. This stuff is all around the place. So that's again not something that tourists going to play with during the day. It just doesn't make any sense. There's just a couple of examples of what you can pick up, and that's clearly not something that tourists left behind. Yeah, so just don't bother doing this. They're so creative people compared to like European people. They do handmade stuff. They're so clever and talented and creative when it comes to the handcrafting and building stuff. So I just don't understand why they can't just put it more focus when it comes to, in general, just save the nature or your surroundings, to keep it tidy, to keep it clean, not to littering. It's just a shame. It just feels so bad walking around these beautiful beaches and you just see the amount of rubbish around you. So it would be so easy for them to build just like metal cage when it's full, put it on fire. They put it everything on fire every day anyway. Wherever we go there is burning rubbish, because obviously the problem, there is no like organized rubbish collection dates and times, and no rubbish car going around the island. So it makes sense, every family or every household, they do the burning maybe every end of the day or maybe maximum every 2 days. But they do this burning stuff anyway. They set fire every day anyway, so it would be just the same. I can imagine so simple, like this bloody metal cage placed the side of every single beach, or at least the main beaches or main spots, people hanging around, tourists hanging around, and just every week or month or whatever, because it can be big storage, put it on fire, job done. You know, the rubbish that came out from the ocean cannot go back to the ocean. These rubbish cannot go further than the spot that they are in general. So can't reach the jungle area, forest areas, the greenery. It can be collected straight from sand, just put it there. And lastly, it's just another tip. If you guys feel just a little bit the same way as me, then it doesn't take much. Just collect, just spend some time, spend like half an hour, especially when you spend a week on an island, let's say, and you just got to do the for the island, like in return. You know, you spent your time here, you enjoyed it, and you got to do it for the nature. You have to do it, just not more than half an hour. Spend that time, please. Just try to collect, or just spend 15 minutes if you hurry, if you can't afford that much time, but just do it.
Just do
just do it a little bit. Just collect some rubbish, find some solution, find some spot. If you can't find anything, it's better than nothing. Just find a spot far away from the water so it cannot go back to the ocean, and just leave it there where it's safe from the wind and all that. Then might be somebody who is more serious about it gonna come and find it. Oh, there is a bunch of rubbish collected already, but at least it's there, so they can pick it up and do their job, you know. So yeah, but just do it.
Just do it!
Just do it for a bit, just once at least out of a week you spend on an island, let's say, and you've done something for the nature. Yeah, I just wanted to share my opinion. If everybody would think this way, I wouldn't be doing this then. We wouldn't talking about it. If just everybody, just every single people would do it just once. So please guys, just do it.
Do it!
Look at this place. Yeah, this is it. Anyway, that's it for today. Let's go home. Peace out.
Yes, you can!
Thank you.